So
I see. So we're trying to get rid of the Federal Reserve and banks with the other ones. And now we're trying to get rid of the big cable communications conglomerates.
Would that be a bad thing?
I'm not for big business or anything, but who's in charge after we destroy all these things?
This is Amigos PC. If you were looking for a highbrow, fancy, smart, regal podcast with hosts that love to talk about horse riding, badminton, and trips to the vineyard, you're in the wrong place. This is Amigos PC. If you're looking for drinking, random nonsense, stunts, shenanigans, and balls out craziness, you've hit the jackpot. This is Amigos PC, and this is Scott and Mark.
The Amigos are back. Our guest today, the Amigos' very own Peter Pettigrew, Alex Velluto, comes back on the show. So, obviously, you've been on the show before. The audience knows you a little bit from the last time you were on. From the last time that you were on the show, you just had that one YouTube video. Well, not just had, but you had that one YouTube video that went viral on the Dry Bar YouTube channel. What's going on in your world since the last time you were on the show?
Well, I didn't even know it went viral.
It was
Did it really go viral?
Yeah, it's like over a million.
I didn't notice?
It's 1 million views or something. It was beyond that at this point.
Oh, whoa. All right. I didn't know. Well, I'm hearing it here first, too.
Oh, okay. Breaking news.
Nice.
There you go. Well, I'm still in my I don't know, my kitchen's flooded. That's been
1.3 million views.
1.3 million views.
Wow.
That's cool. I think that's the same one as last time, though.
Yeah.
I think we just added a couple views to it.
Well, I mean, at least one, because I watched it.
Got rid of all my investments.
I
tried to get in on the AMC thing.
Oh.
Let me. And so I decided to get rid of all of them. Just because I'm against investing now and cryptocurrency.
So
which one burned you?
Can't stand it.
Yeah.
Which one burned you? Because these are some bitter thoughts. So I'm curious which one was the one mistress of the stock or crypto burned you to this
I got the doggy one.
Okay. Yeah. That one burned you? Did you get in like too high?
I got in at 7 cents and then it went to 3. Then I got rid of all of it. And now it's at what? A nickel?
It's at 30 cents now.
Dogecoin.
Yeah.
I like to deride it and call it doggy. The doggy.
Well, you might, yeah. Well, it's at 30 cents right now. So
30. See, I'm bitter that I didn't stick it out.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So why do you?
I trust that Elon Musk though. I don't trust him.
You don't trust a really billionaire rich guy?
He did the whole pump and dump thing. Bought a bunch of Bitcoin, raised the value, and then he got rid of all of it. Like a real jerk. He's acting like a hedge fund.
Are you mad because he was so smart enough to have that ability to do it? Or which part?
No, he's just rich.
Yeah, he doesn't need more. That's true. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Why do we all think he's so cool? He's a rich guy, and he's acting like a hedge fund.
He's got spaceships. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know. Don't we hate the rich? I thought we hated them.
That's true.
I thought we wanted to eat them.
Well, I thought the rich eat...
Just because he's autistic, people. We don't want to eat him? Why?
He's not a part of cancel culture?
I don't know. I don't know what autistic rich people taste like, but...
It's true.
I'm sure.
Do you guys like him then, I suppose?
Yeah. I don't know.
To the degree of... I'd say a little on my end. I don't know about... I don't want to speak for Mark, but he's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm not going to go buy like an Elon shirt if they have those.
That's right. Well, like SpaceX is kind of cool.
Yeah.
The rockets that can land.
Yeah.
On their own rockets. That's neat.
That is neat.
I think that's neat.
That is.
Bitcoin, I don't like that you can't buy anything with it. You can only buy like slaves and stuff with it, it seems like. Just on dark web stuff. He was like, we're going to accept it, but then we're not going to accept it anymore.
Well, I don't know.
The first thing you could.
I don't know if you've heard. I don't know if you've heard. He actually said that they're going to start accepting again. About an hour ago, he put a post out. Yeah, and so obviously we follow him. We follow him, obviously.
Yeah.
And
well, I haven't seen his tweet in the last hour.
Yeah. But he said once Bitcoin can get down to, being utilized at least 50% renewable resources, Tesla will accept it again. Okay. So I don't know if you've noticed, and well, you just said you backed out of cryptocurrency, and that kind of is what triggered you wanted coming back. Hit me up. Hey, I want to talk a bunch of shit about cryptocurrency, which I'm totally for. Yeah. And
are you guys funny, billionaires now though? Since I found,
yeah, that's why, that's why we're so happy.
Is that why you're like, this guy's just some poor sour loser now?
No.
No, you guys, if you were in early, you're rich.
Yeah, I mean, we are
holding on to it.
Yeah, we are millionaires, but not in the sense of actual currency, like physical U.S. dollars.
We're million and billionaires in some.
Yeah, that is very true. Billionaires.
Some aspects too of coin.
Now, I will tell you this: if we end up doing like an OnlyFans exclusive thing, we are millionaires there also.
Billion,
yeah, that's right, billionaires. We went a little bit.
They should have an OnlyFans cryptocurrency.
Well,
on OnlyFans, nudity-backed cryptocurrency.
So one launched actually just a week ago, and is the reason why we are talking like we have billions of their currency, because we actually do.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now
we should talk about it.
Yeah.
What is it called?
MoonlyFans.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it just butts?
Maybe.
Just butts.
Maybe. We don't know yet. I mean, it's just it's in its infancy.
Well, crypto backed by nudity seems like it's backed by more value than just mining for prime numbers.
That's true. That has something. Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, it already has utility, because essentially it's being backed by prostitutes.
There you go.
No,
I remember when my grandpa Jack.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My grandpa Jack would be like, he'd be all sour that the dollar wasn't backed by gold anymore. He's like, the dollar used to be backed by gold. Now it's backed by whores.
He's a wise man.
Currency.
Yeah, he's a wise man. So see, he knew it was coming. Now it's really here.
You know, you can get your hands pretty dirty when cryptocurrency's backed by tits and ass, right?
Yeah.
There's actually a coin there's an ass coin.
There is the Australian Shepherd. So
we don't have that one, or at least I don't. Mark.
No, I don't have that one.
So it's a speculative asset mostly, because you can't spend it on hardly anything. That's my beef. It's my beef with it.
With crypto as a whole, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is all coming from being sour that I didn't get in on it. So I have to justify why I don't. But it's everyone that I talk to about it, and it's very intuitively obvious, is that crypto is based on the value that people give to it.
Yeah, it's like monopoly money, but people are actually giving a tangible value to the monopoly money.
I know, but I'm like, I know everything in life is inherently meaningless. I was just trying to forget about it for a while. That's my beef. Like, you're giving me an existential crisis every time I have to think about cryptocurrency.
Now, I will say this, just to kind of flip your world upside down a little bit. You can spend crypto, almost any crypto, on tangible items.
Where?
So there are apps out there or exchanges that give you access to a prepaid card, and essentially if you're investing or trading or mining crypto and you're mining it to this platform, you can then trade it to the prepaid debit card and spend the money anywhere almost. The crypto anywhere almost.
But when you swipe the card, when you swipe it, it trades your crypto for dollars still, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
7-Eleven.
Yeah. So essentially, once you put it on the prepaid debit card, it is now dollars.
So you're not spending crypto. You're
let's say you had your 7 cents worth of Doge, right? Still have 70 or now 30 cents. So you have all whatever you had, right? And then you basically just convert it to the card, the US dollars in a sense, and you can use all that earnings that you would have had, even though it's still making you bitter right now, sorry. And you could then then be rich still with the monopoly money.
Yeah.
So I have no justification for my anger then.
No, it's okay.
No, you should be angry. Always be
angry.
Always be angry.
Yeah.
Seems like it's been working well for me. Just the welling up anger all the time. So I'm I know you can spend it now, but the reason it got to be a good investment, it was on the dark web first.
Yeah.
That was Bitcoin, yeah.
Now it's mainstream.
The Silk Road. Lots of good stuff happening there.
Yeah.
There's this dude that kidnapped someone last week. He wanted the ransom in Bitcoin. So that was a good thing.
Didn't we talk about that not that long ago?
Yeah. And then they were able to track his wallet.
I remember that. That's a crazy story.
So I swear I remember.
You shared it with me. I didn't read it, so that's my bad.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
That sounds more like me.
Yeah, I remember talking to somebody about that specifically, and I even said exactly what you just said, Alex. I was like, that is stupid. Like, why would you do that? You can literally pull up a website and you could see exactly where it's going and when. Like,
about what amounts.
Yeah,
it's true. But just feel like whenever crimes are happening, they're dealing with it in crypto. And then we're all pretending like it's a good investment. And I'm like, of course it is. It's crime. If you pitched crime on Shark Tank, they would buy your company all the time. Be like, I sell this amazing product for my business called cocaine. And they're like, how many?
That's true.
How many return customers do you get? And you're like, oh, all of them.
Yeah.
It's a great business that I've got. It's my business strategy. I have a free trial in my business. The first taste is free, and then I give them whatever they want. And they're like, well, what do you do about competition? What's your business strategy for competition? And you're like, oh, if I have competition in my business, I kill them. It's my business strategy.
Wow, Pablo Escobar.
His business.
I know.
You should start it. You sound like,
So I guess
sounds perfect.
I guess I am bitter. I am bitter of people that are rich with crypto, but only in the way that I'm bitter that I didn't get into cocaine at the same time as Escobar did.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, if it makes you feel any better.
Do you do any stocks?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, do I have stocks? No, it's all gambling.
GameStop,
yeah, it's all gambling.
I tried, but then I don't know. I got too nervous.
Me too. So I didn't pull the trigger on any. Well, I pulled the trigger on one that didn't pan out. So I did. They were talking about, which one were they talking about? Rocket or Quicken.
I'm still scorned about that shit.
The Quicken stock?
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Quicken stock.
The one time I took Scott's advice on trying to buy stock, I buy this stupid Rocket one. Yeah, and it just... Now I just hold it just as a memory of don't fucking do that again.
Don't listen to me. We should also probably say that none of what we're saying is.
Oh yeah. We got to appease the YouTube gods. We are not financial advisors.
We're not. Oh yes, we're not.
Do your own research on whatever we talk about today, even though it's kind of just shitting on all the cryptocurrency in general.
Well, I can do research on like NBA teams and then make an informed decision on what the over-under is.
So you don't feel like you can do that with cryptocurrency?
And stocks. I guess everything in life is gambling.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't like it. It is. Yeah, so it's just like calculated risk, basically, right? Like, so you got to figure out, with cryptocurrency at least, you got to figure out what the project is about, and then see, okay, well, is it legit, or like, what are they doing? What I like to do is I like to look for what they call a white paper. And essentially, it's just the cryptocurrency explaining their basic function. And then from there, okay, well, what does that do? What is it? And if the cryptocurrency doesn't even have a white paper, I don't even fuck with it. I'm like, no, not for me. Nope.
That's smart.
I
heard about this one. My friend is getting into this one that's based off of like a Wi-Fi signal.
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah. No, we're looking at that too. Yeah, helium. Yeah,
we're actually looking into that to do that one.
He showed me the little hard drivey thing, or not the router, the routery thing, the antenna.
The problem with those things is
they're
hard to get.
Yeah, they're just hard to get. Right? Yeah. Well, with anything in crypto, the space itself is just hard to get. Well,
very true. We know that.
What I like about the one you're talking about, helium, is that essentially they're trying to get rid of the internet company. If you think about it, like. They're building these hotspots, and they're trying to get everybody to connect to these hotspots, so it's centralized in its entirety, right? Well, not centralized, but essentially it's decentralized from the big guys, like your cable provider or AT&T or Verizon, right? So you don't have to use them ever again. So
I see. So we're trying to get rid of the Federal Reserve and banks with the other ones. And now we're trying to get rid of the big cable communications conglomerates.
Would that be a bad thing?
I'm not for big business or anything, but who's in charge after we destroy all these things?
Alex, I think you're onto something, Alex.
Yeah. I don't want to be in charge. They're shitty, but I don't know. Yeah. I gotta remodel my kitchen. I don't have
what if it's self-sustaining though?
That's true. What if it is? You have a good point. I'm the worst debater. I'm always first counterpoint. I'm always like,
yeah, that's right.
Maybe you're right.
You got me.
But that's like, well, if they can make this Wi-Fi thing work and it's self-sustainable, well, why do I need my cable company's internet? Why do I need to spend $200 on Gigablast or whatever the fuck they're calling it right now?
Yeah,
like it's true. Everything will be, and then do you think it'll all be through the helium?
Do you think it'll be like another one?
I don't know. So if you will it just be decentralized and fragmented like the streaming services are? We're glad we got rid of cable. Now I have 30 different streaming services.
Yeah, I'm essentially
much better.
Yeah, I'm paying cable prices for 5 different streaming services, which is very annoying. So that's a good question. But what if it doesn't cost anything? Essentially, like what if it only costs the currency that it's generating? So then essentially what would be required is you have to get one of these hotspots. So then,
maybe,
and then it's still self-sustaining. But what I do see with that particular, I do see other companies building another blockchain to then have a competitor to Helium at some point. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's good. These big companies need to be broken up. And so let's do it. Break them up.
Watch, it's gonna be like an AT&T one.
Well, they're
with their own.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess I'm just a pessimist. You guys are describing a utopia, but I'm pretty sure everything is gonna end in flames and destruction.
Oh,
so
that's probably right.
The government, AT&T, Verizon, whoever your cable provider, they're not gonna go without kicking and screaming. That's for sure.
That's true.
You got
It seems like we're trying to get rid of the government and all these companies for people on Reddit, though, which I don't know. No offense to people on Reddit. But
that's yours and our audience base, though, man.
That's true. It's the ultimate democracy, Reddit.
Reddit is the best.
So what triggered you to actually jump into Doge? Like initially when you got it at 7 cents, what triggered that?
My boy Elon tweeting about it.
So you were friends then, but now you're not?
Yeah, we were buddies.
Misguided.
We went on SNL. Just kidding. Is he gonna go to space with Bezos too?
No. Bezos is going with some strangers.
Leaving?
Did you know that? I heard he's going with strangers. Bezos is going with strangers, apparently.
From like the internet or like what?
I don't know.
Billionaires?
Yeah, it's not like friends or anything. Like he just like did, I don't know, a raffle or I don't know, or something. And these people are
What's he up to? Is this a dating show he's doing?
It seems like it. Like he just got divorced. He's inviting strange people to a foreign place. Like it almost seems like it's a murder about to happen. I don't know.
Oh shit!
I murdered him on the moon, so you can't press
There's
charges.
no legal recourse.
I was like on the moon.
That's like out in the water. What is it when you're out in?
Yeah, international waters.
Yeah, out in that basically is up in space killing people. He's probably going to kill people up there. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's got to.
Wow.
Look, we all got to vent somehow, you know.
He looks like Lex Luthor now. So I can't not put it like I can't take him serious anymore either because he looks like Lex Luthor. So it's like, and he's not the CEO of Amazon anymore.
South Park did it right.
Okay, explain.
Did you see the South Park episode of him where he was like some big brain? He didn't talk. It's just his brain was all veiny and basically communicated through his mind. It was pretty hilarious. Like they basically made him like because he can hear everything because of the damn Alexas that are everywhere.
Yeah,
he basically knows everything that is going on in everyone's house.
Wait,
it was pretty hilarious.
Did you know that Alexa and your Ring doorbell are now going to like start sharing your Wi-Fi with your neighbors? What the fuck is that about?
Huh?
Yeah, so they're this plan that they're doing that basically that if your internet goes down, let's say you have your normal like Cox or AT&T, whoever your internet provider is, goes down.
One of these people are taken down.
Yeah,
basically you can then share, or if your house goes down, you can pull from your house who has it to help your system stand to protect you.
But my Ring system has a cellular backup.
Well,
yeah, so why would you
do that update or whatever they're going to do to force it upon you?
You have to opt out of it.
I don't know. Remember when we were all for Bezos, though, and for Amazon? Yeah. We're like, good. He's taking down big bookstores. Bookstores have had it coming for a long time, and I'm glad he's sticking it to those bookstores.
Well, you know, my problem with bookstores is they act like they're a library, and they're not. They're selling merchandise. They're not renting it out. So why do I have to be quiet in a Barnes and Noble's when I'm trying to buy the next Game of Thrones book? Like I don't. Have
you been shushed in a Barnes and Noble?
Yeah, I have actually.
You have a Barnes and Noble? They're still around?
Oh, that's true. Well, yeah, they are actually.
You know what? You're right. It's worth having one guy rule the world because you got shushed. It was good. He took down that evil corporation Barnes and Noble to create an even more evil corporation.
I mean, who knows?
That I love. I use it all the time.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was the other thing. Like, you can hate them, but now like try to separate yourself from it. Like, not having Amazon Prime or whatever, having stuff delivered to you. There's like no, like I can't even fathom.
No, me either.
That idea.
Like,
it's crazy.
I think I order something on Amazon at least every other day.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, I know I can go to the store and get this, and I prefer to actually go and physically, get something. But then I'm like, well, can I wait a couple days? Because I'm not going to use it immediately after getting it, and then I'm going to have it delivered.
Yeah, I got into the habit of buying something as soon as I thought of buying it. And I'm like, well, if I go to the store, I'll forget to buy it. So I better buy it now while I'm remembering about it.
So true.
And which Amazon were you at when you bought that?
Hand.
Huh?
I said, which Amazon were you at when you bought that?
When I bought...
Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying you went to a store.
Not brick and mortar anymore.
Yeah, I'm just saying you went to. Well, Amazon's making brick and mortars now too, so that's another thing that's.
That's another crazy thing.
Full circle.
Well, I mean, they bought Whole Foods too.
Yeah, they did.
Jeff Bezos is like, here's my new thing. Okay, it's totally new.
Stores.
It's a brick and mortar store. Well, we sell books.
Oh my God, Jeff, you're so smart, Jeff. Wow,
Yes,
Jeff.
we love you.
And then
and
you walk
everything
in there, Mark,
else.
and he'll be like,
That's it. Take him down. Take him down now. Take him down.
Burn it down. Mark's gonna burn it down. Shoot me in this Amazon store.
I'm gonna.
that's how good we had it in 1998. We
I'll
were
burn
like,
this place down.
yeah, Jeff Bezos. Barnes and Noble is the worst part of my life. You take them down.
That's too funny. What other cryptocurrencies have you messed with or looked at or seen or heard? Because there's another one that's pretty big movement recently that's fairly new too. Safemoon. Have you heard of that one? That one's all over Reddit as well.
That's not a porn one either.
Nope, that one is not a porn one. Yeah, so that one actually has functional utility to it.
Oh, what does Safemoon do?
So it keeps your moon safe.
Right, covers your ass.
It won't go away. Yeah, your butt won't.
I see.
No, essentially it's a static liquidity driven tool, and what I mean by that is that if you hold it as people are trading, buying, selling it, you will gain more Safemoon for just holding it. But they are trying to build a wallet and an exchange where essentially it will alleviate a bank. They're also, building that debit card thing feature that other exchanges have. But they are right now trying to, which you might find this funny or not, I don't know. Mm-hmm. They are trying to replace a currency. They're not saying that they're trying to replace it, but it really is. It seems like it's evident they're trying to replace a currency in Gambia, Africa, of all places.
They've had it too good for too long in Gambia.
That's what we feel.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So they don't have a bank there then, right?
They do. They have banks and they have their own currencies. So it's weird why they chose this place and not, I don't know, an indigenous colony in the jungle that doesn't have any kind of money.
Look, I have a Bank of Gambia debit card. Let me tell you what kind of schlep it is to try and find a Bank of Gambia ATM. It's so hard. There's hardly any. And I'm not paying that $3.50 fee in Gambian currency. Hell no. So I got
like 4 million Gambian coins or whatever it would be called.
Are they a desert nation? I'm very ignorant.
Oh, I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't know either. That I have not gone on.
Map. That's how sad I am.
See, Alex, you're over here asking a
bunch of sand dunes with ATMs,
right,
scattered around.
All right,
is that an oasis? No, it's a Bank of Gambia ATM. Well, that's cool. So they're gonna do fractional reserve currency as well. Safemoon.
What is fractional
that's
reserve?
The other big one that's being talked about.
Oh, it's where they take your money like the bank does. They take your money and you think it's sitting there and checking, but then they're using it to invest in stuff.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad they're taking down big banks then.
Yeah.
By doing the same shady tactics that big banks do.
So it seems like...
Are you guys cool with being a hater this whole time?
Oh yeah, no. We like both. We like both sides of the coin. We're not gonna.
No, you're not gonna. Yeah, you're not gonna hear anything. I mean, if there's something that like we can pose an argument to what you're shitting on, I definitely would do that. Which I mean, I've kind of said some of it, but
you make sense.
Yeah.
No, I think you guys should feel right about what you believe.
No, see, well, so
wrong.
There's two sides to that coin, and I was actually having a conversation with someone earlier today on a different podcast, kind of with that philosophy in mind. I mean, obviously, I'm going to do my research and feel that I want to be right about what I'm doing or investing or buying or whatever it is, right? Just be knowledgeable about it. But at the same time, like, whatever is going on with a specific thing, like especially with cryptocurrency, like anything that I learn on it is just my perspective of understanding it. So I like to preference it of, I could be wrong, but this is how I'm perceiving what's happening with mining, with cryptocurrency, with Elon Musk manipulating the cryptocurrency market because there is no regulation and it can go up and down and sideways. So, yeah. Yes, I want to be
I like
right.
how I'm also trashing these billionaires, but I'm like, I would never do what they do, okay?
Yeah.
Even I know how to make $1 billion, all right? But I'm not going to do it. No, if I knew how to make billions of dollars, I would totally do it. I would be so evil. I just don't know how.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough. Yeah. I didn't think to take down Barnes & Noble at the time. Granted, I was 9 years old, but...
Where's a chain comedy, something related to comedy that we could, some type of franchise that we could take down then and then start our evil empire of billionaires?
Oh, it's already happened. It's like YouTube. It's a mess. There used to be like big networks where you'd go on Johnny Carson, and if you did well, you'd have a career for the rest of your life. And they're like, no. Let's just let everyone fend it out on YouTube. We took down Johnny Carson. I'm glad we did that. We decentralized Johnny Carson, and then he died.
It's true.
Do you think that's why Letterman quit?
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, he
Jeff
quit.
Bezos.
He quit doing the late night thing, but it seems like he can't get the talk show out of his system because he's now has his own, Dave Letterman thing on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 talk shows and things to do, and it's the same thing as crypto. It's like there's a million things, and I've been invited to none of them. So that's why I'm bitter.
So you're
like, there's 1,000 talk shows, and yet somehow I'm not even on the Hassan Minaj show that got canceled. What gives? I'd do your obscure talk show that's going to last for a season in a second. I'd love to. But it's all decentralized now.
On YouTube.
That's true.
And
It's
HBO
everywhere.
Max.
YouTube, Netflix, HBO Max, Quibi, Wooboo, Flubop. You guys subscribe to Flubop?
No, I haven't.
No. I think
Flubop, dude.
I think they only take Fleam.
Fleam.
Fleam. Or Gambian rubies or whatever you have.
Yeah.
I want to do a guest spot on OnlyFans. That'd be cool.
Oh,
You should.
Just the girl is naked in the background while I do stand-up that no one wants to watch.
Hey, that's a,
Like, can we see her tits, please? And
That
then
would be
like,
an
no,
awesome
I got
show.
these insightful jokes.
no, wait.
that would be an awesome show.
So every time she gets into a position where it actually could show some type of provocative, like you're just constantly kind of just walking in the way a little bit. Just, sorry, telling your joke.
Or you can do it to where you can't look at her so she doesn't distract you and she can't laugh.
Yeah. I'm the thing that they show before the OnlyFans to unlock it. You want to get it for free. You have to sit through this? All right.
Shit.
Okay.
I really need to subscribe to this channel. I can't sit here and watch him. Hi, my name's Alex.
These ads are ridiculous.
And I'm here to present to you. Get this content for 60 seconds free after watching this ad.
That's smart. They could probably sell that to people. To basically,
watch this stand-up and then get the next 5 hours of porn for free.
Which is basically what YouTube does for their damn ads before you watch a clip or anything, in a sense.
Yeah.
It's basically them getting money that way.
Spotify does it too. I mean, you got to listen to 2 or 3 commercials before you get like 30 minutes of it free.
That's
commercial free.
Yeah.
You got to do it. Your timing though is off on what the reward is. So like you gotta, because no one needs 5 hours at all. Like it may be 2 minutes, a minute 30. Some people 10 seconds. It just all depends on the guy and their stigma.
You talking about the finish time? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, of the content afterwards. So it's like you gotta watch 5 minutes of Alex, and then you get the fun.
Then you get 90 seconds.
See how many people just stop, or like the true people who make it through.
Yeah.
That's good.
Look, I'm a real fan of her, okay? I watched the whole 10-minute thing, all right? I'm in it for the story.
Yeah, but did you subscribe to her channel? No.
No. I watched the ads.
I watched the ad. She gets paid off the ads, right? No. That goes just to the company. Sorry.
That's funny. That's too funny.
I'm gonna do an OnlyFans, but like
you should.
They're uncovering themselves physically. I was thinking I could just uncover myself emotionally.
No,
just let out.
You should do it in reverse though. Like start off fully nude, and then every time they put in $1, like you got to put clothes on.
Yeah, all my videos online now are going to be in the nude, and I'm like, if you want to watch clothed Alex, you have to pay.
Yeah, pay for it.
Subscribe to my Patreon. Subscribe to my OnlyFans, and you'll get the fully clothed.
On.
Yeah. Look, if you're getting this stuff for free, I'm going to be naked. But if you want to not be uncomfortable, you got to subscribe. I can't just be putting on clothes for free. I'm so glad comedy is decentralized now.
That's an idea. Like, so we have to make a coin or a token that's based off comedy. Every comedy skit you write, you're mining it. So what kind of coin? What would be the name of the coin if we were building one for comedy and comedians?
HackCoin.
Hack.
Yeah. Some comics have been releasing their bits as NFTs, I've seen.
What? See, This is another thing that I have. You want to talk about shitting on cryptocurrency? I am not a fan at all of this whole NFT, whatever the fuck it is. Like it's first it basically was I made a meme. Look, now you can buy my meme through this NFT platform. So essentially you're an art dealer going through, you're the artist creating this meme, which memes should be free. That's the whole function of them. They're supposed to be funny and a joke. And now I'm going to an art dealer and having them deal out my meme so someone can hold the actual exclusive rights to the actual meme. Like, and now they're doing comedy skits. Like, so you want someone to own your material? Like, I don't get that. Yeah,
that's what I didn't understand about it. Is like, if they buy the NFT, do they just own the footage, or do they own the joke, or do they just this?
Yeah, that's the question about NFTs right now. It's so. The original thought behind it was you're an artist and basically you're giving them access to either the one exclusive thing you just did, or you're giving them access to basically prints. Like, I made 50 Mona Lisa paintings and there's only 50 of these and never again. But it's the internet. whatever you make on the internet can be 1, replicated, 2, hacked.
Copy and paste.
Yeah, essentially. So whatever you're making should hold no value because it's not real.
That's what I'm trying to say about all the other crap.
But everything, crypto's the same thing. It's all up in the air. So true. So true. Well,
what are you saying? Everything else has value but my art, Mark?
Yes, I am saying.
That doggy meme has inherent value, but my art does not. I see.
Did you hear how much that one went for? That NFT? There's the Doge picture of the dog.
No. Oh, did they
$4 million.
The dog?
$4 million.
They sold it for $4 million. An image that can be replicated and printed on a fucking coin. This guy, like, that is replicate. Like, I have a coin, fucking, and that sold for $4 million. Hold on, guys, we're making an NFT. Hold on.
Yep.
Let's NFT this episode.
Yeah.
Do it
for 1.5 million.
Yeah. This episode is only exclusive to.
I mean, you're lucky I'm wearing clothes right now.
Yeah, I mean, with your new business plan.
If people listen to the audio, though, they're like, I can tell he was naked, and it still made me uncomfortable, so I'll subscribe. They should be a health insurance coin, because that's gambling too.
So
true.
Funny you say that. I shared a token with Scott and another person we talk about crypto with quite often, and it was based on health insurance. So essentially, they're trying to get rid of the health insurance companies. And make it easier for doctors to get paid through their blockchain. It's hilarious. What?
Wow.
You remember what? Well, I'm sure, Scott, you didn't really look into it, so you don't remember. But
yeah, I did. Again, I sent it. I probably didn't see it.
I'm trying to think. It was called Solve. So they're trying to solve a problem. Like you're solving a math problem. Yeah. So.
The health insurance companies are the only ones that believe in me, though.
I definitely do not believe in health insurance companies. That's ridiculous.
They're like, look, you can pay us every month your premium to say that you won't get more than your deductible sick. Like, every month I'm paying the health insurance that I won't get a certain amount of sick, and the only way I win the bet is if I get more sick than I planned. That's how it works. I have to bet the over on my health. And so it's like a betting on a fight. And the one fighter is me and my shitty body that breaks down. And the other fighter is disease and death. And the health insurance companies are like, they're putting their money on me. There. I'm like, I'm going to throw this fight, bitch.
Yeah.
You cover mental health stuff?
Doesn't it like piss you off though? Yeah.
That's nice.
Doesn't it piss you off? Yeah, and you're paying for it. They're betting on you and you're paying for them to bet.
Yeah.
Doesn't it piss you off though that, like, okay, I pay $8,000 a year in insurance, right? And then, but if something does happen and I have to go to a hospital because of that, I now have to pay a deductible for insurance that I've been paying for all year.
Yeah. That suck.
Yep.
Like,
They should pay the whole thing if they lose.
Yeah, right?
They were dumb enough to choose me. They were dumb enough to bet on me.
Yeah.
Also, like, why do I have to bet against myself? That's weird. That's the thing I'm getting at, is like, I have to bet against my body. Like, I sure hope that I come close to death to get my money's worth this year.
Yeah, it's like you have to go big or go
home. I'd like to bet on other people's health.
Oh,
Like,
see, that's
if I see-
that's a good racket right there.
Yeah, I'd be like, you know what? Scott doesn't look like he's doing so hot, and I'll take some money on him. You know what?
Yeah.
That should be the coin.
Right?
Well, it's basically like those celebrity death pools in a sense. They got those.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
What?
There you-
How'd you know about that?
you don't know about death pools? Like, that is a legit thing.
Wow.
That's
So
basically
how do I
what
get in
got
on
you alluding
those?
to.
Can you only bet with Bitcoin though?
I
course,
was a
it's on the
part.
dark web.
Oh, yeah.
No,
No.
I'm messing with you.
Is there a coin based off of death?
Right? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. We should. I'm sure there's some
Matter of
type of
time.
funeral
Coincidentally.
coin. Get you ready for your funeral. Buys your casket.
Yeah. I like it. I'll bet on people dying. That seems up my alley.
Yeah, there was. When was it, Scott? It was maybe like 4 years ago or something like that. There, every year I used to be a part of an actual death pool where we would draft certain celebrities. Yeah, we would draft certain.
This is a
celebrities.
whole world I've never heard of. There's
Yeah.
fantasy death leagues?
Yeah.
No way.
We've opened your eyes.
What have I been doing with fantasy
Right.
basketball?
And-
oh,
and
yeah.
I know.
I want to wish death on people. Fun.
You would earn
Monetize
points too. You would earn points. So you'd earn these points of like how they died. Like if it was sudden, that's like a lot of points. And if they were young, you would even earn more points because of that. So
You know how in like fantasy basketball you'll like miss the time to switch your lineups? You're like, oh, it's too late. Like,
Yeah, we've done that.
So
We've done that for
are
football.
they. They were too late.
yeah.
Their time ran out.
Yeah. I couldn't do basketball or baseball because it's too often and they play. We've only done football. Well, I don't know about you, Mark, but that's all I've ever done.
I did basketball like 2 years, I think, and it got too much because you have to. Well, when I was playing it, you had to switch your lineup twice every week, like because they were like you switch it at the beginning and then you switch it at the end because their schedule. Like you can essentially play. I don't know. I haven't played basketball fantasy in a while, but yeah.
So is it only celebrities that are in these death leagues?
That's the only ones I've ever played.
Or something.
My neighbors.
Yeah.
No, because it's
How do I draft them all?
you can skew that.
Yeah. I could probably do some insider trading if you know what I mean.
That's what I mean. You would.
I got a lot riding on Mrs. Johnson to kick it this week, so it would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to her.
Honey, my brake lines are cut again.
You can see how many of the other neighbors think you're going to die that week. Like, oh boy. It's like the purge.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we'll be decentralizing big funeral homes.
That should be a winner right there. You know, that's another thing that kind of I have like a not a pet peeve, but just something that I think like, why is this a thing? Like, so we have this health insurance, right? That we're paying monthly, and we have to pay a deductible if we get sick. Like, why isn't there a death clause in there? Like, so you'll bet to see if I'll get sick or not, but if I die, you won't cover anything at all. Like my funeral
That's
expenses.
what life insurance is for.
So I have to get a different insurance. That's what I'm saying. So I have to get a different one and pay more money so someone can afford an $8,000 casket to put me in the ground that could be dug cheaper than what the funeral home charges, I'm sure. Like that, this doesn't make sense. I don't want to get buried either, but it's...
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's all gambling. It's gambling on lame stuff.
So you're paying a life insurance policy so they can gamble if you die that year or not?
Yeah.
That's a celebrity death pool. Why is that? That's a regular death pool.
Yeah, we're like, oh, that's so crazy that there's celebrity death pools. But meanwhile, like, mutual companies are like, we're here to protect your family. Like, no, you're just gambling.
On
You
our
want me
lives.
to die.
Yeah.
You're doing your own death pool actuarial table over under nonsense. Everything just needs to be in Vegas. Health
So true.
insurance, life insurance. It just all
Or on
needs to be
reservations.
Vegas.
Right? Or on the reservations. Yeah, that's right.
Reservations.
That's how.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I like that we call them reservations. They're like, you know what? We took all your land, but
Yeah,
we got
like they-
this. We got this shitty outskirts of Montana. We had to
That we
put a
reserved?
reservation on this.
Yeah, we
for you.
reserved for you.
Yeah. Very high demand. So
Yeah.
how about you move here?
There's nothing for you.
Well, Alex, not to derail all of the death nonsense that we're going over right now. Since the last
Just wanted to
time,
come on here and talk about death.
yeah, for at least a little bit, no problem. It's okay. Since the last time you've been on, we actually created a list of questions that we ask our guests at the end.
Okay.
So some of them are a little off ball. If you don't like some of them or anything like that, just tell us to shut up and we'll move on to the next one.
Okay.
One of them has been gaining a little bit momentum on our show, and people are really kind of engaging into it. So when we first started our podcast, we had a couple Australians on, and during one of the episodes, I drunkenly ended up asking one of the guests, you know, is Australia real? Like, where you're at? Are you even like is it real? Like, what's going on where you're at in trying to figure this out, right? And we've started to build, and there is kind of a conspiracy theory out there of, you know, is Australia actually a real place? And if you want to play with the flat Earth theory, Australia is not real. So my question to you is, if you're playing with that in your mind, or if you're trying to figure out if you've never been to Australia, do you even think that this is a real place?
Nah. Let's go no. I'm suspicious that anywhere that I get off of the airplane is real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could have just...
Oh.
Well, that's one of
They
my
could've just
arguments
done a
too.
big- Yeah.
So you get on a plane, right, from the U.S., at least from the West Coast kind of vicinity, like where we're at. If you get on a plane, you're on it for 18 hours. Like, do you even know where you landed at that point?
No.
Yeah.
They could have just done a whole scenery change with different people, and I get off and there's different
Like
extras.
cartoons? Like cartoons?
Yeah.
It's just the same thing you're going past? You know, the
think
background
so.
when they're going down the street?
Yeah.
Same thing?
Mm-hmm. What's that Jim Carrey movie where he's in a movie the whole time?
Oh, the Truman Show.
Yeah, it's like that.
Truman Show, yeah. Good movie.
That's what we're all in.
The Truman Show. We're in our own Truman Show.
characters. So, yeah, let's go fake.
Australia is not real, he
Nice.
says. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right.
If a place is fake, does that mean you get to be prejudiced against them
I think
for
they've
no
had their...
reason?
What are you talking about? It's not even a real place. Anytime, like, oh, the poor koalas. What are
Whatever.
you talking about? That's not real.
They're not
You're
real.
silly.
Well, what's funny,
Kangaroos. What?
and this is kind of a spoiler, but our next week, we have one recording, and the guy is a comedian in Australia, so I can't wait to ask him this question again.
That's what he says.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
he's telling
actually in
us,
New
right?
Jersey.
So I can't wait to dive into that
He
with
thinks
him.
He's in
Yeah.
Australia.
They're still sheep. The people in Australia that think they're in Australia. They're like, this is Australia. And I'm like, no, you're in Cleveland. You're all,
They're
you've all
all
been
delusional.
duped. Yeah. They just put
That's awesome.
water around Cleveland, and they're like, this is Australia.
Yeah. So
Mate.
Scott came up with this next question just recently, and I think it's a good question for you being a comedian. When was the last time you played a trick or a prank on somebody, and what was it?
Ooh, good question. I can't remember. I don't know. I'm truthful in all of my dealings with people.
Oh, so
Very
no tricks.
upfront.
Oh, so you don't like doing like
I
punk
did
or
this
anything?
prank. I did this goof where I bought a couple billion in Bitcoin, and then I sold it just as a goof.
Oh, yeah. You're laughing now.
It was just a goof.
That's funny.
I'm trying to think of what I did. I don't know.
Oh, well,
I didn't do anything.
Our last question.
I hang out with my wife all the time. I can't really prank her.
Right. You don't prank. You don't. So you don't.
No fight. We get it.
Just pull the chair out from under her.
Just laugh. Point and laugh. Ah.
You're just not in public. You're not just pantsing her every now and then.
Yeah. And then I have a 2-year-old, and I can't pants him either. He's just,
Oh no, that might
changing his diaper.
No,
Yeah, he's like,
sad way to look at it.
I have no context for what is happening. He says.
Okay. I guess it's time to change. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. He just goes with it, whatever I do.
That's hilarious.
That sounds bad, but you know how 2-year-olds are.
Hey, I'm Dad. Let's go with it. Okay, Dad, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, the last question is, what is a piece of information that you have learned in your life that feels illegal to know?
I just learned about these death pools. And I'm going to get in on those. That seems illegal, but also fun.
And you can make money, which that could be definitely the illegal part.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Basically making too much money off of it, basically because you're gambling on it. Yeah.
I like it. Trying to think of a sincere answer to this question. What do I know that seems illegal? I know if someone slept with someone, I have to keep it a secret. And I know that sleeping with someone has influenced that other person's career. It feels illegal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about me.
So, without giving any detail to that, this is a real thing, right? Like, so you know something about somebody, and it is now affecting their career. Is it the?
Yeah.
Wow.
Different industries. People are sleeping with each other. People in authority are sleeping with each other. Women in authority are sleeping with the men. And the men get some little bonuses in there. It's a reverse Weinstein, I like to call it.
Reverse Weinstein.
Yeah.
I thought you were almost gonna say that there are women in power sleeping with other women at one point. I almost started. Never mind.
Oh, that I'm for.
That probably happens too.
That I can't be against, because that's being against equality.
Right. We need equality in the workplace.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
I don't know.
Fair wage.
Run that by. Yeah. I guess the women in authority sleeping with the men is good. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like a.
I mean, as long as they're not like.
I guess I never said I was against it either. I'm like, oh, girl, good for you.
Yeah, use that power.
Yeah.
Would that be?
Show is gossip.
I just wonder, like, is the lady? I hope the lady's somewhat pretty. Or it would suck if it's like if it is like a Weinstein situation, girl factor wise, and the dude is like, I guess, all right. So I wonder if it's that's happening, because that sucks.
Shouldn't we call it like the reverse Mad Men, or like Mad Woman?
Yeah,
something like that.
Mad Woman.
But they all
hysterical woman. That's what we'll call it.
Hysterical woman.
That's a very progressive way to put it.
All right. Well, we're coming up on the hour, Alex. I really appreciate it coming back onto the show.
Thanks for having me.
It's not a problem. This episode's going to drop in a couple weeks. So do you have anything maybe next month or something that's going on that you want to boost? Or where can we find you on your socials?
Follow me on Twitter, Alex Velluto. Instagram is @Velluto, because of that no good, dirty, rotten Italian guy that's in Italy that hasn't posted on his Alex Velluto account in 3 years. Don't follow him.
Mobsters. I wouldn't mess with him, though. He's probably connected.
No.
He's not.
Someone bet against him in the pool, and so. Yeah.
So he'll live for
and my YouTube channel is Alex Velluto Comedy.
Nice.
Go check out my special on there.
All right.
That's it. And thanks. And listen to Amigospc.
Oh,
I'm going to plug your podcast on your podcast.
We need
Nice.
more of that. Thank you.
Keep listening if you're listening to this.
Amigos out.
This has been the Amigos PC. Make sure to like, subscribe, and review us on all your podcasting platforms. Visit us at amigospc.net for our entire library of content and Amigos merch. Till next time, adios.